Hi everyone, it's Chenso from Reality Art Pod, here to talk about the Challenge 41, Vets and New Threats, Episode 8, titled Justice for Leka. Last week on the challenge, Leo and Nani came out on top in the Racing Daily Challenge, and last place daily finisher Tay defeated Housevote Izzy in elimination. Before I dive in, I put a link in the description to my playlist to catch up on my previous recaps. If you like the content, consider liking, subscribing, and using my link to try Paramount Plus for free. But let's dive into it. Teams for this episode are Nani and Young Cedric, Leo and Olivia, Anissa and Jake, CT and Michaela, America and Gabe, Derek C and Aviv, Justin and Ashley, Sydney and Jeremy, Derek K and Adrian, Janae and Turbo, D and Theo, and Leroy and Tay. Partnerless Will is the hangnail this week and at risk for elimination. We learned last episode that soon they'll pick permanent partners for the rest of the game. Players with the most points will have top priority for the pick, so this is some serious stuff. Nani and Ashley are cheering and twerking to celebrate Izzy's elimination, which agitates Olivia and Theo. Theo says it's an upstairs versus downstairs alliance, but it's not all the upstairs people, not all the downstairs people, which was a messy way to explain what's going on. Janae only has 1 point, so she knows she's going to be relying on social game. D and Will continue to have drama. Will is pissed that D voted his partner Izzy in last week, which leads to him being the hangnail now. They say they're good, but are they really good? Turbo is also pissed at Derek C for the exact same reason. Derek voted for his partner, but these two are far less good. Turbo brings other names into it, saying CT, Theo, and Leroy are awful competitors, and Turbo gives Derek C a new nickname, FF, which stands for fake as f. The next day, Theo gets his knee injury checked out by the doctor. Results inconclusive for now. If he goes to Naya's doctor for an MRI, maybe he'll have results by the time of the final. Players are stressing and probably over-strategizing about partner selection. Nani thinks Olivia's overconfident, saying Olivia thinks everyone wants to be her partner, which makes Nani resent Olivia. They head to their daily challenge, knowing it's a guy's elimination day. Finding out it's heights over water, Anissa says this isn't a thicktivity. I love that. Watching this show is a thicktivity, and I'm great at it. TJ tells Theo he can't compete in this challenge until he gets an MRI, so now Will is not the hangnail anymore and will replace Theo as D's partner. Theo is now the hangnail. They're just making up whatever rules at this point. They'll be playing Cyclone. Players will have to carry 5 blocks up a rotating wall, then swim back to their platform. If they fall off the wall, their score is however many blocks they've gotten to the top. The team that gets the most blocks in the fastest time will win the daily. 4 teams will go at a time. D calls this challenge Justice for Leka, as CT yet again has to climb, and now his life is at risk. Oop, she said the thing. This challenge looks really hard. Climbing up this wall is really not a thicktivity. Justin does really well at this at first, a great partner for Ashley, who for once isn't blowing her top during the daily. He even drops a block and falls off the wall, and she's supportive. She also falls and they only get 1 block. Derek C falls, leaving Aviv to fight by herself, but then Leroy and Tay both fall with 0 blocks scored. From that point on, players know they just need to score 1 block to the top to be safe from last. Jeremy and Sydney are both very confident as usual. They're crushing this challenge. Sydney falls with a block. Other players start falling too, having all gotten 1 block, knowing they're safe. Jeremy gets 4 blocks, which puts Jeremy and Sydney in the lead of the daily. In the final heat, players get to spectate CT, noticing that now he can climb and isn't scared to try. Turbo sees CT climbing faster than anybody, but CT does fall off the wall, and his partner Michaela sees this as an opportunity. Michaela has enough points. She's number 1 in the house by a lot, so she drops as all of the players chant Justice for Leka on the sidelines. CT tries to pull Michaela through the water. She tells him to stop, which makes other players again be offended by CT. In the results, Sydney and Jeremy are the clear winners of this daily, and Michaela and CT were dead last in the challenge, so CT is going into elimination. Jeremy and Sydney get 8 points and get to select 1 team to face Theo in the house vote. They head back to the house. Sydney is sure that they're going to choose a vet as their nominee to ensure a vet man goes home. Theo heads off to get his MRI from Dr. Slow as Hell and Associates. D is worried that she'll get stuck with Theo as a partner because of his knee. Aviv reminds D that most of the vets have messed up limbs, which is pretty true. But who cares about that? Players are going to the club for some champagne and twerking. Derek K is worried that he'll be going into elimination against CT, but Sydney gives him some reassurance it won't be him. Derek C is also worried. He's an option for the winners because he's come for rookies in the past. Back at the house, Olivia breaks down because the guys are saying they don't want to be her partner. Her boyfriend might go home. Her friend Derek C might go home. The next day, Turbo encourages Nani and Will to have babies, and both Dereks continue to be nervous. Players head to nominations where TJ tells the group that Theo's been cleared to compete. Interesting that Theo got his clear results at nominations, but Naya conveniently didn't get hers until elimination. Sydney and Jeremy decide to nominate Derek C to face the house vote against Theo. Players start to vote, and votes pour in for Derek C, with Justice for Leka continuing to be the theme of this episode. Janae gives a vote for Theo to support her friend Derek, but the rest of the votes are for Derek. So Derek C and CT will face off in elimination. Turbo is popping his popcorn already. They head to elimination where CT and Derek will be playing pole wrestle. They'll face off trying to get the pole from their partner. The first player to steal the pole twice will win the elimination. They get started. CT's throwing his weight on Derek. Derek's trying to thrash his way out of it. For some reason, TJ is breathing down their necks in the ring. CT picks Derek up, slams him into the ground, and CT CT pulls out the pole, getting the first point. The second round starts with CT flinging Derek. Derek tells us he feels like a dog's chew toy, and his strategy is to not die. CT gets the second point and wins the elimination, sending Derek out of the game. TJ then tells the group they're not picking partners now, and they're gonna have an individual challenge tomorrow. More new rules. So we lose Derek here, who came into the season after such a positive, incredible run on season 40. He's still in great shape and performs well in challenges, but the season starts with him making that promise to Justin and screwing him over, which seemed a bit heartless, and made the rookies dislike him for the rest of the season. I'm surprised to see someone who's usually so beloved be so turned on by the house, to the extent that he was voted in near unanimously, and many were even cheering about him going into elimination and not caring that he went home. He could come back from this and have a better season if he returns, but it seems like the show is growing. These rookies are not going to be pushed around, and they're pushing these vets off the show without a care of what they've done in the past. Well, that's all I have to say about this episode. I was expecting them to pick those final teams, but looks like they're running a mini final next week. Maybe there's a purge, which I hate, but that's all I have to say about this episode. Let me know in the comments what you thought of Sydney and Jeremy's win and Derek C's elimination. If you like this video, consider liking and subscribing. I'll be back next week with more challenge. Until then, you know where to find me. Bye.